And we use this methodology to assess likelihood, okay? So to completely disregard what you said, the probability of my hair bursting into flames is conditional on the probability of your gleaming forehead being able to perfectly concentrate the light onto my hair. So we call this posterior probability in Bayesian statistics.
You're blowing my mind right now. You're blowing my mind right now, and I'm barely understanding what you're saying.
Yeah, some would say that Bayesian statistics are a real pain in the posterior.
Yeah, that was corny.
Which is where your prostate is located. Prostate coming from the Greek word prostatus, literally translating to one who stands before or guardian of your butthole. People are always asking me this on Twitter, so I just thought I'd clear the air.
Who's asking you that? You're an astrophysicist.
With a prostate.
Prostate. Well, I always wondered how...
The universe has buttholes as well, in the form of black holes. But instead of excreting things, they suck in everything around them, including light, okay? It is the fabric of the space-time continuum, warped in on itself, endlessly puckering as it drags every atom and photon into the deep, dark abyss with no possibility of escape.
And I've read that scientists have recently captured a photo.
The astonishing part is that we haven't been able to obtain an image of a black hole, which are among the largest celestial objects in the known universe, up until very recently.
But
Jamie, pull that up. Isn't that amazing?
wow, I had no idea.
It says here it's actually an image of the silhouette.
So in actuality, it's an image of the silhouette of a black hole being cast onto the glowing gas spiraling around it. Okay? Because remember, or modify things in a petri dish, but instead are at the mercy of time and space as photons travel billions of years across the vast expanse to reach their final destination, that is our eyes, our means of communing with the cosmos.
So you did have a good Thanksgiving.
Yes, Joe, my point was that my wife makes a hell of a turkey.
Excuse me for being a little dense.
You're excused.
But I actually made the turkey this year.
Oh, really?
And for the stuffing, I used psilocybin mushrooms.
Oh, dear.
About halfway through the dinner, it felt like my family and I were blasting off into space at like 10,000 miles per hour. Now, unfortunately, my wife may or may not have revoked my cooking privileges. Actually, I wanted to get your thoughts.
You know, if your family were actually to launch into space from the dinner table at that velocity, they wouldn't even make it out of Earth's atmosphere. So let's just say that their skulls are made out of hardened titanium and wouldn't shatter into pieces as they launched out of their chairs and crashed through the multiple floors of your house. Okay?
But would titanium even...
Quiet, please. I'm not finished listening to myself yet. So what would happen is they would heat up to temperatures exceeding 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit as they spiraled upwards towards the Earth's atmosphere. Now, what would cause that kind of heat buildup? Yes.
Oh, would it be the friction from the air rubbing...
Wrong! At those hypersonic speeds, the air molecules wouldn't even have time to move out of the way of their hurtling ragdoll bodies. So instead, the molecules would squeeze together so tightly, causing them to break apart and turn into a superheated cone of plasma, hot enough to melt even the most robust titanium skull bones. Suddenly, your Thanksgiving dinner turns to the 4th of July. Fireworks.
Thanks for that vivid description and politely correcting me. Yeah, I actually didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Nope.
Oh, no! You thought it was a cute little friction thing, didn't you? So sorry. Another soul feeds the insatiable beast that is my ego.
What the hell was that? Jimmy, did we pay the bills this month?
Igor. Yes, I was just trying to remember if I fed my dog Igor before I came here. Oh, hold on. You must have crawled into my suit before I came here.
I think that's a cat.
Actually, he's a Sudanese whiskered pygmy dog. Quite the rare breed.
It's hard to believe that all these comical-looking breeds of dog are actual descendants from... Wolves?
Throat was drier than the Gobi Desert. Usually only happens when I talk a lot. Strange.
Yeah, I can't imagine why. Actually, I have always wondered, why didn't our ancestors do the same with the chimps? Think about it. Having your own miniature chimpanzee protecting your home from any sort of danger. I mean, they're exponentially stronger.
Flossinosa nihilopilification.
What is that, another arbitrary science word? Is that another arbitrary science term?
No, it actually translates to the act of deeming something completely useless. Which is all I have to say about your notion of having dwarf chimpanzee bodyguards following us around. Are you insane?
Okay, just hear me out. Just hear me out. If you think about it pragmatically, it's not even that nutty.
All right, humor me, Joe.
Okay, I have a few points. The first being, other than the fact that they're pound for pound Hey man, what
Chimpanzees carry numerous diseases that are easily transmissible to humans, Joe. Does Ebola sound familiar at all? The one that makes your mouth indistinguishable from your butt? Chimps gave us that one.
If you could...
How about HIV? Another gift from the chimps.
Yeah, or...
Could I interest you in some pubic lice? Yup, chimps. So your fantasy of beer-fetching butler chimps, albeit a cute one, would not be worth the potential deaths and itchy genitalia of millions of people worldwide.
At least you acknowledge what I said this time.
Well, Joseph, you have so many insightful thoughts to share that I have to squeeze in my words where I can.
He's gotta be trolling me.
And on that note, I think it's time to wrap this thing up, Joe. I've got a flight to Sorotololo, Chile to catch, where I wrote my PhD.
Yes, master.
Always a pleasure having you on the show.
Think I'm high. Yeah, thanks.
That was fun. Well,